After the death of Ashok, his successors were not able to keep the West Mauryan Empire intact. The provinces started declaring their independence. The northwest India slipped out of the control of the Mauryas, and a series of foreign invasions affected this region. Kaling declared its independence, and in the further south, the Satavahanas established their independent rule. As a result, the Mauryan rule was confined to the Gangetic Valley, and it was soon replaced by the Sunga dynasty. Sungas, founder Pushyamitra Sung, who was the commander in chief under the Mauryas. He assassinated the last Mauryan ruler and usurped the throne. The most important challenge to the Sungas was to protect North India against the invasions of the Bactrian Greeks from northwest. The Greeks advanced up to Patliputra and occupied it for some time. However, Pushyamitra Sung succeeded in regaining the lost territory. He also fought a campaign against Kharavela of Kaling, who invaded North India. Pushyamitra was a staunch follower of Brahmanism. He performed two Ashwamedh sacrifices. Buddhist sources refer him as persecutor of Buddhism, but there is enough evidence to show that Pushyamitra patronized Buddhist art. During his reign, the Buddhist monuments at Barhut and Sanchi were renovated and further improved. After the death of Pushyamitra, his son Agnimitra became the ruler. The last Sung ruler was Devabhuti, who was murdered by his minister Vasudev Kanva, the founder of the Kanva dynasty. The Kanva dynasty ruled for 45 years. After the fall of Kanvas, the history of Magadh was a blank until the establishment of the Gupta dynasty. The rule of the Sungas was important because they defended the Gangetic Valley from foreign invasions. They also promoted the growth of Vaishnavism and the Sanskrit language. In short, the Sung rule was a brilliant anticipation of the golden age of the Guptas. Satvahanas. In the Deccan, the Satavahanas established their independent rule after the decline of the Mauryas. The rule lasted for about 450 years. They were also known as Andhras. The Puranas and inscriptions remain important sources for the history of Satavahanas. Among the inscriptions, the Nasik and Nanagarh inscriptions throw much light on the reign of Gautamiputra Satkarni. The coins issued by Satavahanas are also helpful in knowing the economic condition of that period. The founder of the Satvana dynasty was Simukha. He was succeeded by Krishna, who extended the kingdom up to Nasik in the west. The third king was Sri Satkarni. He conquered western Malwa and Berar. He also performed Ashwamedh sacrifices. The 17th king of this dynasty was Hala. He reigned for a period of 5 years. Hala became famous for his book Gatha Saptasati, also called Satsai. It contains 700 verses in Prakrit language. The greatest ruler of Satvana dynasty was Gautamiputra Satkarni. He ruled for a period of 24 years from 106 to 130 AD. His achievements were recorded in the Nasik inscription by his mother, Gautami Balashri. Gautamiputra Satkarni captured the whole of Deccan and expanded his empire. His victory over Nagapana, the ruler of Malwa, was remarkable. He patronized Brahmanism, yet he also gave donations to Buddhists. Satkarni was succeeded by his son, Vasishthaputra Pulamai. He extended the Satvana power up to the mouth of the Krishna River. He issued coins on which the image of ships was inscribed. They reveal the naval power and maritime trade of the Satvanas. The last great ruler of Satvanas was Yajna Sri Satkarni. Economic condition. There was a remarkable progress in the fields of trade and industry during the Satvana rule. Merchants organized guilds to increase their activities. The craft guilds, organized by different craftsmen such as potters, weavers, and oil pressers, also came into existence. Silver coins, also as called karshpanas, were used for trade. The Satvana period also witnessed overseas commercial activity. Ptolemy mentions many ports in the Deccan. The greatest port of Satvana was Kalyani on the West Deccan, Gandak Sale and Ganjam on the east coast were the other important seaports. Cultural contribution. The Satavahanas patronized Buddhism and Brahmanism. They built chaityas and viharas. They also made grants of villages and lands to Buddhist monks. Vasishthiputra Polamai repaired the old Amravati Stoop. Polamai repaired the Amravati Stoop. Their architecture in Nagarjunkonda was also notable. Architecture in Nagarjunkonda. Brahmanism was revived by the Satavahanas also with the performance of Ashwamedh and Rajasuya sacrifices. They also patronized the Prakrit language and literature. Halis Satyasai is an excellent piece of Prakrit literature. Foreign invasions of northwest India. Bactrians. Bactria and Parthia became independent from the Syrian Empire in the middle of the 3rd century BC. Demetrius, the Greek ruler of Bactria, invaded Afghanistan and Punjab and occupied them. From Takshila, he sent two commanders, Apollodotus and Menander, for further conquest. Apollodotus conquered the Sindh and marched up to Ujjain. Menander extended his rule up to Mathura and from there he made attempts to capture Patliputra. But he was stopped by the army of Basumitra, the grandson of Pushyamitra Sung. Menander was also known as Milind and the capital of kingdom was Sakal, Sialkot. He evinced much interest in Buddhism and his dialogues with the Buddhist monk Nagasen was compiled in the Pali work Milind Panho, Questions of Milind. He also embraced Buddhism. A Greek ambassador, Heliodorus, became a Vaishnavite and erected the Karund pillar at Besnagar. The Greek influence in India lasted for more than a century after the death of Menander. Sakas. The Sakas or Scythians attacked Bactria and Parthia and captured them from the Greek rulers. Following the footsteps of the Greeks, the Sakas gradually extended their rule over northwest India. There were two different groups of Sakas, the northern satraps ruling from Takshila and western satraps ruling over Maharashtra. The founder of Saka ruler in India in the 1st century BC was Maois. His son and successor was Aegis I, who was considered to be the founder of the Vikram era. Founder of Vikram era is this one. Saka's rulers of Takshila were overthrown by Parthians. Saint Thomas visited India during the reign of Gondophanes, Indo-Parthian ruler. Iranian, Egypt, etc. यहाँ एक फाइट है नाहपना वर्सेस गौतमी पुत्र सतकर्णी से रिलेटेड. इंडो ग्रीक यवन कहते थे. डेमेट्रियस वर्सेस गौतमी भी है. अब आते हैं कुशानास पर. Kushanas were a branch of Yuchi tribe whose original home was Central Asia. They first came to Bactria displacing the Sakas. Then they gradually moved to the Kabul Valley and seized the Kandahar region. The founder of the Kushan dynasty was Kujula Cadphises or Cadphises I. He occupied the Kabul Valley and issued coins in his name. His son Vima Cadphises or Cadphises II conquered the whole of northwest India as far as Mathura. He issued gold coins with high sounding titles like Lord of the Whole World. He was a devotee of Lord Shiva. Kanishk, 78 to 120 AD. Kanishk was the most important ruler of Kushan dynasty. He was the founder of Saka era, which starts from 78 AD. He was not only a great conqueror but also a patron of religion and art. Kanishk's conquest. At the time of his accession, his empire included Afghanistan, Gandhar, Sindh, and Punjab. Subsequently, he conquered Magad and extended his power as far as Patliputra and Bodh Gaya. According to Kalhan, Kanishk invaded Kashmir and occupied it. His coins are found in many places like Mathura, Shravasti, Kausambi, and Banaras, and therefore he must have conquered the greater part of the Gangetic Valley. He also fought against the Chinese and acquired some territories from them. During the first expedition, he was defeated by the Chinese general Pan Chou. He undertook a second expedition in which he was successful and he scored a victory over Panyang, the son of Pancho, Panyang. Kanishk annexed the territories of Kashgar, Yarkand, and Khotan into his empire. Kashgar, Yarkand, Khotan. The empire of Kanishk was a vast one, extended from uh, Gandhar in the west to Banaras in the east, and from Kashmir in the north to Malwa in the south. His capital was Purushpur or modern day Peshawar. Mathura was another important city in his empire. Kanishk and Buddhism. Kanishk embraced Buddhism in the early part of his reign. However, his coins exhibit the images of not only Buddha but also Greek and Hindu gods. It reflects the Kanishk's toleration towards other religions. In the age of Kanishk, the Mahayana Buddhism came into vogue. It is different in many respects from the religion taught by the Buddha and propagated by Ashok. The Buddha came to be worshipped with flowers, garments, perfumes, and lamps. Thus, image worship and rituals developed in Mahayana Buddhism. Kanishk also sent missionaries to Central Asia and China for the propagation of the new faith. Buddhist chaityas and viharas were built in different places. He patronized Buddhist scholars like Vasumitra, Ashwaghosh, and Nagarjun. Kanishk. Vasumitra, Ashwaghosh, and Nagarjun. He also convened the Fourth Buddhist Council to discuss matters relating to Buddhist theology and doctrine. It was held at the Kundalwan monastery near Srinagar in Kashmir. Kundalwan monastery near Srinagar in Kashmir, under the presidentship of Vasumitra. About 500 monks attended the council. The council prepared an authoritative commentary on the Tripitakas and Mahayana doctrine was given final shape. Ashwaghosh was a great philosopher, poet, and dramatist. He was the author of Buddha Charit. Buddha Charit Ashwaghosh. Nagarjun from South India adorned the court of Kanishk. Nagarjun. The famous physician of ancient India, Charak, was also patronized by him. Gandhar art, the home of the Gandhar School of Art, is the territory in and around Peshawar in northwest India. The best of the Gandhar sculpture was produced during the 1st and 2nd centuries AD. It originated during the reign of Indo Greek rulers, but the real patrons of this school of art were the Sakas and Kushanas, particularly Kanishk. Gandhar art was a blend of Indian and Greco Roman elements. Specimens of Gandhar sculpture have been found in Takshila, Peshawar, and in several places of northwest India. The Gandhar school made sculptures of Buddha in various sizes, shapes, and postures. The reliefs depict Buddha's birth, his renunciation, and his preachings. The salient feature of Gandhar art are molding human body in a realistic manner with minute attention to physical features like muscles, mustache, and curly hair. Thick drapery with large and bold fold lines, rich carving, elaborate ornamentation, and symbolic expressions. The main theme was the new form of Buddhism, Mahayanism, and the evolution of an image of Buddha. A large number of monasteries were also built from 1st to 4th centuries AD. Ruins of about 15 monasteries were found in and around Peshawar and Rawalpindi. The Buddhist stupas erected during the period and Greco Roman architectural impact. The height of the stoop was raised and ornamentation was added to the structure of the stoop. These changes made the stoop more attractive. Mathura School of Art. The school of art that developed at Mathura in modern UP is called the Mathura art. It flourished in the 1st century AD. In its early phase, the Mathura school of art developed on indigenous lines. The Buddha image exhibit the spiritual feeling in his face, which was largely absent in the Gandhar school. The Mathura school also carved out the images of Shiva and Vishnu along with their consorts Parvati and Lakshmi. The female figures of Yakshinis and Apsaras of the Mathura school were beautifully carved, successors of Kanishk and the end of Kushan rule. The successors of Kanishk ruled from another 150 years. Hovishk was the son of Kanishk and he kept the empire intact. Mathura became an important city under his rule. Like Kanishk, he was also a patron of Buddhism. The last important Kushan ruler was Vasudev. वासुदेव कन्वा में भी था और यहाँ पर भी है. The Kushan Empire was very much reduced in his rule. Most of his inscriptions are found in and around Mathura. He seems to have been a worshipper of Shiva. After Vasudev, petty Kushan princes ruled for some time in northwest India.